Let me present this so we can see it big screen. Okay. So, Road to Convention. I am super excited that we are going to be talking about convention tonight for our Monday night meetup. If you don't know who I am, my name is Lee Hall. I'm one of the leaders on this team. I'm currently a Senior Gold Ambassador, shooting for Ruby and beyond like nobody's business. Let me tell you. And convention is the perfect place if you're like me with lots of drive, lots of desires, lots of goals, lots of dreams. Convention is the place. I asked some of my friends and I grabbed some of our past convention pictures. You'll see them throughout. They're super fun. So I'm going to sprinkle in some past conventions, but we're super excited because in June this year, June 2022, we are going to Columbus, Ohio. I've never been to Columbus. I've never been to Ohio. So I'm kind of excited that I can check that box off my states that I have traveled to list. And I'm really pumped that we're going somewhere brand new. I don't think Plexus has ever done an event in Ohio or in that area. So it's going to be really exciting. And Plexus never disappoints. They never disappoint with their events. Some of you are brand new. You've never been to a in-person Plexus event at all. Some of you have been with us for 2 years and you still have never been to an in-person Plexus event from corporate. We have done our best to host amazing and super fun conventions and leaders retreats and get-togethers and things like that, but nothing, let me tell you guys, nothing compares to in-person from corporate with all the pizzazz and the live training and being around everybody. Nothing compares to it. Okay, so we're going to get excited and we're going to get our calendars, put it on our calendar that we are going. If you're on this call, then I want to see you there in June. So here's why convention is important. Just plain and simple. It builds belief. Okay, there are 4 pillars of belief that you have to have: belief in the company, okay, belief in the products, belief in the business, and belief in yourself. And let me tell you what convention does. Convention builds your belief in the company 1000%. You get there and you're like, whoa, Nellie, this is the real deal. These are real people. These are incredible people. This is so exciting. There's thousands of people here. Holy moly. Okay. So you start to like see in person what Plexus is all about. You get your belief about the company built big time. Then you start to believe even more in the products because you're seeing all these other people that have amazing health testimonies. They share amazing health testimonies with us. They have guest speakers on stage and things like that. And almost always, I don't know anything, so don't quote me, people on YouTube or whatever. Don't say, well, Lee said. I don't have any inside knowledge. But almost always, they announce at least one new product at convention. And so then you get all excited and then you get to snag it usually at the convention store and all this stuff. So you get your belief built about the products. The doctors come on stage, our medical board, somebody's probably going to talk and make you like get all rejuvenated again about how amazing our product line is for people. And then you have company, products, business. Convention is going to light a fire under your tushy about the business. You're going to walk away being so inspired by Jules, by diamond leaders, by top trainers. You're going to just be like poured into about how this business can work, will work when you work. And so I'm speaking on myself, but I know that I see some people nodding like, yes, you're going to totally walk away with that 100%. But that last thing that it's going to build belief in is going to build belief in yourself. And I say that because when you walk away, when you go home, you're going to have all of those other 3 components like packed full to the brim of belief to where you're going to come home and you're going to be like, I can do this and I'm going to do this. And you're going to ride that wave of excitement in your business. It will be done and it has been done, and I'm telling you. So it's going to build your belief. Then it's going to build credibility. And you're like, well, what does that mean, credibility? We're posting a lot on social media. Our storefront, our audience is on social media. And so when you share about Plexus repeatedly, when you're putting that out there, That's amazing. That's great. You can post the most beautiful pictures in your home. But unless you are seen, this is true. No, it sounds probably a little materialistic, but unless you are seen involved with corporate events or going to exciting things or having all the fun or being with real people, not just the people that we just see on Zoom, but when you're taking pictures with real people, with diamond leaders, with corporate people, with our president or our CEO, or with amazing guest speakers, or even celebrities who might perform concerts and things like that, when you're seen doing those things, you become a little bit more credible. They're going to be like, okay, whatever Lee is doing must be legit because look at her pictures. Look at what she flew all the way to Ohio. She flew all the way to Las Vegas. She's doing this, that, and the other. Look at all these pictures that she's been posting and sharing in her stories. Like, that looks like fun. She must be like the real deal. They must be doing big things, you know? And so it builds your credibility for your social media audience. And then it builds success. Going back to that building belief piece, you are bound to walk away from convention having success in your business. People on the next slide, I have that people who show up, go up. And I have heard that phrase for the whole 6 years I've been here from our leader, Jill, and a million other people. When you go to in-person events, you are bound, like there's probably some statistic out there, some percentage of people, you are bound to be successful in what you are wanting to do. It will happen. And the last thing is it builds community. I love all of you guys. I love all the new faces. I love all the seasoned people. I don't want to say old ambassadors because we're not old, but all of the people who've been here for a long time. I love y'all. Some of y'all have never gotten a chance to meet in person and hug. And some of you, it's been like a whole year since I've gotten to see you. Some of us, we live like an hour away and we still don't get together that much. And so when we all got to hop on a plane to go and meet, we joked about that, Arizona, all these Texas-based people, plus Kelsey, love you. But we all like got on a plane to go to Arizona so we could see each other when we could just drive. But life doesn't always work that way. And so it's so amazing to have this community of like-minded people and be in that excitement with not only your team, upline, downline, and all of that, but all these sideline sisters. That's what we call each other, or brothers, you know, for men involved. But we call them our sideline sisters, people who you're not directly impacted with or working with, but that you're running beside or that you're cheering on, whether it's under Jill or under Rachel or under somebody totally different. I can't tell you how many people I have met who are either at the same level or rank as me or maybe slightly above or whatever, who I have met through a leaders retreat trip or through a convention, who I'm still connected with on social media. And I love that we get to be involved in each other's lives and we get to cheer each other on and we get to check in with each other. Some people even run events together. Some people do live events together. That's how Jill has so many relationships, close relationships, and gets guest speakers and things like that. So it builds amazing community. Those who show up will go up. And holla for Jill with that big old check right there, just for some excitement. Those who go, and I can't see the chat right now with where my thing is, but I'm hoping y'all are like, yes, yes, yes. I'll have to read it at the end. But those who show up to events, those who make it a priority, those who say, I don't know how, but I'm going, will get there and they will continue to go up. I can promise you that. Y'all going to come back on June 25th and your business is going to be built and you're going to say, Lee wasn't lying. Yeah. I went to convention and look what's happening. Because I can say that for myself, and I'm sure anybody else who has been to convention or to a corporate event, those who show up to those events end up going up. They leave with a different fire. So this has a lot of information on it. First off, are you registered? Literally, let me know in the chat. Who is already registered for convention in person? Who is like going to get registered? Okay. It is going to be, here's the breakdown of the information. It is going to be June 22nd through June 24th. So get your phone out or your planner, whatever's sitting next to you, and I want you to look for those dates. June 22nd through June 24th, those are the official convention dates in Columbus, Ohio. I'm going to tell you Lee's version of recommended travel dates. I am going to fly in on June 21st. And let me tell you why. One, because Black Tie Gala is that night. And whether or not I'm going, I love getting to see all the beautiful, successful people going. But mark a calendar if you're shooting for Black Tie Gala. That is June 21st. I also love getting there early because I don't like stressful travel. I don't want to show up anywhere late. I don't want to be rushed. And so I like to kind of fly in that afternoon before so that I can like get settled and I can embrace all the Plexus excitement and look at how they've decorated the hotel and get familiar with, where we're going and stuff like that. And then that's a great night to have just a relaxed evening. Go out, meet who flew in that night early and go out to dinner, have a drink or whatever, kind of, and to not feel rushed because it's on an agenda. So that's kind of a great night where you can get there early, get plugged in, get settled, and get ready for the next day. I also like flying in early because convention store, which is where they have all the good Plexus swag, a million times more than what is ever on my Plexus print, ever, okay? Lots of good Plexus swag. The convention store opens that morning of the 22nd. Jewels get to go in for a sneak peek and they get to shop first, and then it's open to the rest of us. But I like to be there and I want to be in line to go shopping at convention and get like all the goodies right when it's like Black Friday shopping times 10, probably, when you think about all the ladies shopping around, finding their sizes. They're trying stuff on over their shirts and they're, putting stuff back and they're grabbing like 10 things and then like only buying 7. It's so much fun. It's wild, but it's so much fun. And a line out the door. So I like to get there early for convention store. I want to go shopping. I want to get all the goods because our schedule is, I don't want to say jam-packed, but it's very full, and I'm not going to sacrifice a training time to go shopping. And so when it's training time, it's training time. When there's an event on the calendar, I'm going to that. And then convention store can kind of fit in the nooks and crannies, but I like to get the bulk of it that day. I'm also going to stay and fly out, even though it says June 24th is like the end date. I'm flying out June 25th because every time that the full schedule has not been released yet. So again, don't say like this is not the end all be all, but every last evening there's a special event. Usually it's a concert. We've had Kelly Clarkson. There's a picture of Jill got to actually meet Kelly Clarkson because she was one of the top earners of that convention. Yes, like touch her in the flesh. The years I went was Darius Rucker, and then the next year was Andy Grammer in Vegas. And like I already liked Andy Grammer, but I walked away being like, I love Andy Grammer. That was such a fun concert and so good live. And then we had, I'm gonna butcher his name, Thomas Rhett. Is that correct? When we had our virtual one. You can tell I'm a poor Texan in my country music knowledge. But we had Thomas Rhett virtually in 2020 because he was planned to be our musical guest when we were supposed to be in Nashville. So there's so many fun things, again, that I don't want to miss out on, right? That's part of it. So then I get up early the next day, and that's when I fly home or drive home, whichever one you want. So if you have not registered yet, the in-person price is $149. If you are like, I'm busy that week, that's a week of vacation, I just had a baby and I can't swing it off work or whatever it may be, there is a virtual option, which is awesome because we've never really had a virtual option until 2020 hit, but the virtual option is $79. In the middle, I'm not going to go through the breakdown of this. Take a screenshot of this, take a pic. This is also in the frequently asked questions in the help center about convention, but there's all the hotel information. So you can see there's a variety of costs, and these are all close by the convention center, which is where convention will be at. So if you've traveled before, convention has usually been paired or partnered with a hotel. This time it's going to be in a convention center, but all those hotels are going to be surrounding. So it's like you just have to walk a block or so, like go across the street to the convention center and stuff. And so those are the breakdowns of the hotel costs. Now, if you're sitting here going, Lee, I'm really skeptical. The money, I get it. I get it. Traveling is expensive, and it only gets more expensive every time we go. But here are some ways that we can help with travel costs, okay? So before you write this off as like, I just don't know about the money, I'm going to start at the bottom and actually work my way up. First thing you can do is bust it in success sprints. You could be growing your business, earning more money, and getting some amazing convention prizes along the way that will help you save money. $50 store voucher, boom, I already have $50 off the clothes I want to buy. 100 something dollars of, there's all those cash prizes that are stacked. Okay, sweet. I've got travel money. I've got money to cover a night of my hotel, or to cover my meals, or to cover half the flight, or to cover all of it, depending on where you fall and what you earn for success sprints. What else is there? There's the winner's dinner. That takes care of a night that you got to pay to eat. That's a free dinner. Holla. Gala. That's another free dinner. And I will tell you that Plexus goes all out for their events, the parties that they have at night. One night, usually there's like this big, everybody can come party kind of thing. This year, they're going to have that gold party, the gold school party that, is tied to that. They have just like buffets of food, where like, honestly, you can survive just on the buffet of food. You don't even need dinner. It's just like 6-star, it's above 5-star, 6-star quality food that they line up for us. And so there's multiple ways that you can, save money right there. Start saving now. Draw that line and tell yourself, I'm going no matter what. I think Jill has a story at one point of maybe Dakota saying that he would go sell one of his guitars or something to help. And she was like, no, you don't do that. But I'm pretty sure Jill has said that, like, she went through her closet. She sold some purses. She sold some shoes. She went through all the stuff that did not matter, she did not like, and she made a way to get there for her first or second convention back then. And so start saving now. Start budgeting. A really great way to save your money is to order groceries or snacks from a delivery service. Usually in these big cities, there's like Amazon Fresh, or whatever, or you could probably find a Walmart order or something, and you can get groceries. So a lot of times the girls and I, who I would room with, we would get like almond milk, and we would pack our lean, and we would have lean shakes for our breakfast, or we would just get like bananas, and we would, have our lean shake with a banana. We would get a few snacks and stuff like that. You can order bread and lunch meat and a pack of mayo and have a sandwich for cheap, like for lunch when you go back to your room. So there's a way you can save money by doing, things like that for food. You can split meals. If you go out to eat, split a meal with somebody, split the cost. That saves money. Split your hotel rooms. Pair up with 4. I'm telling you, get 4 people in a room. Even if you don't know them, pair up, get 4 people in a room. I will tell you, Lindsay Beaver and I never even met before we roomed together in convention. And now look, besties, okay? But split a hotel room. That will handle the cost of things. Travel together and share Ubers. If you can, fly together. Fly with your people. See who's on a similar flight as you or is landing at a similar time. Share the Uber drive or Lyft, whatever they are. You can share those costs like that. The whole point of that is there is a way, if you are prioritizing it, if you have your mind set on, I have to be there, I really want to go, something in my heart is just telling me like I need to be there, then start making a way right now. It's February 21st, so you've got March, April, May, June. You got 4 months until you're there in person on that airplane or on the drive. If you're in Texas, it's a little bit of a long drive. I looked at it today from Houston to Columbus. It's about 17 hours. So that'd be a long drive, but you could drive. Y'all can all road trip in a car and you can drive. So these are just some fun pictures like I was talking about for success sprints. You've got your $50 convention store voucher. That's me like 4 years ago, short hair, no glasses, long time ago. But oh yeah, 2018, look at that. Shopping. So that's kind of, you see the convention store in the background and some beautiful ladies from Winter's Dinner. You've got the cash prizes and all that fun stuff. The recognition on the stage for those top earners, for jewels, things like that. And of course, Black Tie Gala, which is like mom prom. That's what they call it. It's like all these, Plexus ladies and moms and, women in their 20s and 30s and 40s and 60s all the way, getting in like these beautiful formal dresses and having a good time. Whether you go with your girls or go with your hubby, whatever it may be. Lots and lots of fun. So, moral to what I've been saying. This is just short and sweet. Moral to what I've been saying. Make it a priority to get there. I promise you, you will not regret it. I promise you, you will not regret it. I Wish I would have gone. I started Plexus in 2016, and I did not go to my first convention until 2018. And I don't have regrets, but I do think back to what my business could be at this point if I had said yes and gone before. If I had just that drive to be like, I'm going no matter what. But you can see some of these fun pictures. You can see like, I don't know where my camera is. I hope y'all can see some of those. If not, but all of those. Oh, my internet connection isn't stable. Can y'all hear me? Have to give me a thumbs up if y'all can. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Okay, I got your connection was unstable. I was like, well, I guess I made it to the last slide, so we're good. But anyways, there's such fun stuff. Aside from like the top trainers, I mean, we've learned from John Maxwell, we've learned from network marketing pros, we've learned from social media pros, we've heard from Mel Robbins, we've heard from amazing inspirational people. Like I said, you get poured in from all the top leaders of the company, like all of those diamonds that you're just like awestruck from. You learn so much, and you walk away with just like telling you like you're on this high, you're on like a mountain. But aside from that, there's all this fun. There's all these funs. Like there's Jill Kelly Clarkson in the flesh. There's Lindsay and Marissa at Silent Disco. We love us some Silent Disco. And you can see in the corner up there, if my camera's not blocking it, how Plexus like goes all out with their decorations for conventions. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen if I can. And if I need to, I can stop recording. But I just want to open it up for anybody else that wants to share all the exciting things that convention has either done for you or your experience with convention. If you've gone in person, and just anybody who wants to share a little tidbit, go for it. I'm checking the chat right now.
I'll go. Yeah, I'll say go for it.
Yeah.
I went to my first one in Florida in 2018, and there's nothing like it. Like they say, you literally, when we were there, I believe in the building, it was over 11,000 ambassadors, and it's a lot. And the hotel and everyone we came in contact with was like, wow, y'all are just a bunch of happy people. And I was like, well, healthy and happy. And we all become like big woohoo girls, but like in the best way. And there's a DJ and dance parties, and it is honestly worth it. And I'm so excited. I always, excuse me, I'm icing my neck if anyone's wondering what's going on behind me. I always register the day they allow us to, which is like the day after the convention the previous year. And I'm so excited to be going. I hope everyone on this call is going to be there, because we can't wait to hug your necks and take all the photos and get dressed in all the cute outfits and explore Ohio. But yes, if you are listening to anything Lee said and you're like, is that real? It is real. It is so real. You're going to come back and be like, man, if I wasn't already on Plexus, I'm going to be on Plexus now. Like, it is so good. So thank you, Lee. It was amazing.
I'm just checking all the chat, and I'm so excited that y'all are excited.
Yes, that was so good. Thanks, Lee. I want to add to y'all. So Jill and I wrote in the chat, we were like so broke whenever we first went. We roomed up. We would literally share like a Subway sandwich and cut it like a 6-inch, because that's all we could afford, and cut it in half and shared it. We were like so broke, but we knew it was important to go. So I want to say this too. Don't feel like you need to bring your spouse, your boyfriend, whoever. Make it a girls trip. Jill and I are going by ourselves. We're not bringing our husbands. Sometimes I think that if your husband's right beside you, sorry. If your husband isn't all the way on board and they come with you, it can make it kind of hard. Just because you feel like you don't want to leave them out. I know I feel like that. Like when my husband's on vacation with me, I'm like, hey, what do you want to do? I'm like, want to cater to what he wants to do as well. But this is, I say, like, see this more as like a business thing. If your husband was on a business trip, what would you be doing? Like sitting in the hotel room doing nothing, being bored, right? It's kind of going to be the same way. They don't want to see all a million girls get excited about stuff. But you don't want that taken away from you, because it is a different experience if you can't be all in, or you feel like, oh, I got to go back to the room to go do this. I got to go do this. So think about that too. I'm not saying like no, don't bring your husband. If that's something I want to do together, do it. But also you don't have to be in the mindset of like, oh, I need to bring my husband because everyone else is. A lot of people don't. A lot of people, their husband stays with the kids. They have to work still, and the mom just gets away. So I just wanted to throw that in there too. It's really fun to bunk up with people, like Lee said. A lot of people bunked up with people they don't even know and are like the best of friends now. So anyone that's on our team, I promise you is nice. You're going to have a good time. And if not, we can make other arrangements, but you're going to have a good time. So I just want to throw that in there.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So much fun. So much.
I will say this, as a Diamond Ambassador, that's the top rank in the company. I'm super, super honored. But I'll tell you this, I've never met a Diamond Ambassador in this company. Never have I ever met a Diamond that said, I did not make convention a priority. I did not go. It was not that big of a deal for me, or I never went to one until I was Diamond. Never. Every single Diamond will say, I was so broke. I went to one at Silver. I shared a room. I didn't think I could make it. I went at Gold. I slept with, 3 girls deep in one room, whatever. Every single person has a story while they're building this business. I personally, they're out there, but I've personally never met a Diamond who has said, yeah, it was so easy. I just went. I could afford it. It was fine in the beginning. Maybe you can. That's great. But life's expensive. Everything from groceries today to gas to living, taking your dog to the vet, everything is expensive, and you've got to make it a priority. I'll tell you right now, we pay our bills very well. I'm very honored and blessed. That was not our story 7 years ago, guys. That was not our story. We were in so much debt. But even right now today, being very aware with our money, I'm making it a priority and thinking ahead about convention. I'm already budgeting in things. I'm already looking at, okay, Rachel and I are sharing a room. That's 50-50. One of the reasons we do that is because if I bring my husband and she brings her husband, that's a full price room on me and a full price room on her. I love my husband, but y'all, him's expensive. He wants a steak and a beer and a this. Rachel and I share chicken quesadillas for $7.99, and we make it even cheaper than that. So I'm letting you know, even if you're someone who you're like, oh, well, I don't know, still make it cheaper. Make it cheaper. If you want to make this a date thing for you, absolutely. I'm already thinking ahead with a sitter. I'm already thinking ahead of what I can do. So mark it on your calendar, get registered. Don't say I don't have a sitter. No, you go. We got months. What is it? What month are we in? It's we got 5 months, 4 months. Yeah, we have 4 months. So if you put it on now, you can find a sitter in 4 months. You can save $20, $50, $100 a year. You can. Mom one day, mother-in-law one day, hire a sitter one day. You figure it out like you do. Now, can you figure that out the week before? No, there's no way. And then you're scrambling and then you don't go and then you have regrets. But you can figure it out now. You don't need a new outfit to go. You don't need a specific dress to go. You don't need your nails done to go. You don't need new highlights to go. You don't need any of those things. You have something to wear in your closet. You have a bag that you can check that you don't have to, carry on that you don't have to check. And if you say like, I really want to go, can y'all get me plugged in with other people who want to share a room, whatever that might be, we can. But I will tell you, if you're serious about this, you have any nudge in your heart, like any nudge in your heart to think, I really want this to be something in my life. I really want this to work out for me. I will tell you, I can't help you unless you get to an event. I truly can't. You have to make it a priority. And I want to say this for the moms too. My son's not going, but it's his first birthday. That's a really big deal, right? And you might call me a bad mom guilt, whatever. I'm actually going to fly out at like midnight to make it back in time. My son was born last year on convention day, so it'll always be on his birthday. But that's a big deal to me and my family. And I can always celebrate his birthday the next day. I can do that. And that's he's crying right now. I don't know if y'all can hear him, but yeah, he's crying. And then go ahead, make that a priority, pencil it in. And if you are someone who has a breastfed baby and they need to come, or they're little and you didn't have a sitter, you can bring your baby. Plexus has never said no babies allowed. You can wear that baby in a sling. You can push that stroller right on in that door. We have nursing rooms, stroller parking, and I promise you, every head you turn, you're going to see another baby and another baby and another baby. Now, for me, I'm not going to learn well with my baby right there. I'm not. I'm going to be distracted. I'm going to be trying to feed him and rock him and all the things. But if I had to, there was no other option for me, he would come because convention is that big of a deal. And we also have a doula on our team. Her name is Jen Sims, and she is a night nanny. She's not going to night nanny your kid while you're there. She's probably going to have a beer. But she will 100% hold your baby, love your baby while you pee, take a picture, check out at the store. And I promise you, she's a trained professional. Okay. So, and all of us too, if you're like, I just need to go to the bathroom for a minute, we will hold your baby. All of us are moms. All of us are there. We're there. So don't feel like you're alone. Or you're like, oh my God, I gotta go to the nursing room. Somebody will probably step out with you. Okay. So I want to know that there's not an excuse. There's not. We all have them, but we just make it a priority.
Yes. I love that. So I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go ahead and sign off so we can go to our messenger event. But I hope and pray that if you are not registered yet, that you are seriously considering it, that you're feeling this tug at your heart, and that I will see you there in Columbus in June. We're going. It's going to be amazing. Bye, guys.